Okay, the clip that you just saw was me playing OO7n7, a relatively selfish class in the game of Foresaken, but a relatively powerful class. Now, at the start of the clip, I immediately toss out a clone just to try and fool the killer. This doesn't work, so I have to hide behind a wall and immediately use a cool GUI. The killer finds out where I am, but luckily, the cool GUI is finished and I teleport across the map. Then I hide for a moment before, well, making my way to the other side of the map to where I once was, thinking the killer would not be there. I was right, but the killer did see where I was going, so I had to hide behind a wall and toss out another clone. Now, after that, I start to panic and use another cool GUI, which leads me to be, well, caught by the killer, but luckily I run away and then the round ends. Okay, so OO7n7 is known as a survivor's class, but he is actually supposed to be a trickster class, using his clones to fool the killer into chasing ghosts. You know, something like a trickster would do. And yeah, it's fun to play. This is not going to be about balancing. This is not going to be how tips and tricks. It's not just going to be that. This is how it feels to play OO7n7. Okay, I know the clips I just showed you were just me dying over and over again. Well, what I've shown you, but I've actually enjoyed this character the most out of any survivor in this game. I have had almost 200 hours worth of playtime, and I have had the most fun while playing this character. Listen, for those who don't play this game, which is probably a lot of you, I'll give you the basic rundown of the abilities. To start off first, we'll talk about the cool GUI. It's an ability that, once pressed, starts up a sequence, and when this sequence ends, you get teleported to the furthest spawn from you. It's good, it's great, it takes almost forever to use, and it can definitely lead to funny situations like this. It's just, guys, it's obviously just Hatsune Miku, but yellow. I would never abandon you. I would never leave you for dead. I would never leave you for dead. Bye-bye. Okay, you've seen the use of cool GUI. It has more uses than just abandoning your friends, leaving them to die. You can use it as transportation, time to time, but your main use is using it during Last Man Standing to evade the killer. All I'm saying is, if you want to get across the map fast, use cool GUI. If you want to torture the killer, make them walk all the way to you, use cool GUI. Now, moving on to, well, the clones. The main part of OO7n7. Okay, the clones that this character uses, main purpose is to, well, distract the killer or get the killer off your tail. The use of these clones can vary, but they also tie in with another ability, which is Inject. Now, what Inject does basically changes how the clone will act. You got the first one, you'll never use this. You got the second one, which is Pathfind, which will make the clone head to the furthest spawn point. And then Cursor will basically make the clone follow the killer. Now, the use of these will vary. Pathfind you want to use when you're in a pinch, and Cursor is just used to basically screw around with the killer, or the other survivors. Who knows? Now, I interviewed my friend to ask his opinions on OO7n7. Here's how it went. God fucking damn. Oh, hello. Okay, hello.
Hi.
Now, this is an interview, official interview. You know, because you know what it's about.
What's it about?
What's it called? The drunk dad from Foresaken. You know that guy?
Yeah?
Okay. What's your opinion of this character?
How do I explain this in one? No, I'll actually explain it in just a whole explanation. Hard to go against and hard to play. There's a dual-sided knife at that point.
Okay. How do you feel playing with this character, like, on a team?
I feel like if I play him, somehow everyone stops like protecting everyone. They start hiding in the back of the corner and start dancing.
Well, I'm talking about like, when you have one on your team.
It's still fun, honestly.
Okay.
It's still fun.
As a killer, how high priority is he when you're the killer?
He's up there, like with like any good good sentinels to like guest or 2 times. So he's pretty high priority, like 3rd, because noob you can just counter noob really easily. Just wait for the ghost burger and that's it. But like 3rd priority at least at most. But
Okay. I think that's all the questions I need to ask. Thanks.
you're welcome.
Let's say a killer has saved you for last man standing. What do you do as this character? Well, I have some tips you can do. Let's start up with the first one, and that's, well, using your clones. Now, I explained what they do, but I never explained good ways to use them. Now, the best way to use it is mainly using Pathfind, and then hiding behind a wall, or either going behind a wall, and then using your clone. That way, the killer doesn't know if that's the clone, or if that's the real person. Trust me, this has worked many times, and against smarter players, you can try and pretend to be the clone. Now, most killers have a way to see where you are, except one, and that's Cool Kid. But did you know OO7n7 and Cool Kid are related? This song is Plead. It is an OST for the game. You can go into this game and hear this. And I think that's insane. I think it's beautiful. And I think it's stressful playing as this character when you're going against Cool Kid. But nonetheless, I want to say thank you for watching through this. making this has been quite the blast, and this is sort of my first edited video, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I hope you guys have a good day. Subscribe if you want, comment if you do, like if you want to as well. This is Earth, and I'm out of here.